What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to So You Want a Crypto. Took a little personal break, and now I'm back at work. So, another round of the OVR ARWARDS competition, which inspired me to try to do something different and see if I could expand the utility of my OVRLands just a little bit. So I like to draw in Tilt Brush, Gravity Sketch, stuff like that, and use my VR to create some neat stuff. And I wondered if I could bring some of that over and show people on my OVRLands. And that's what I've tried to do. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do this and what I've learned along the way. So if that sounds like something that will bring you a little bit of value, hit the like button, why not? All right, I will put timestamps below, and we'll move along. So OVR, it's geospatial NFTs that represent land, right? I think it's like 1.6 trillion hexagons, and I can't remember, they're like 30 square meters, but they cover the entire world, and you buy the places. So if you buy the Eiffel Tower, you buy the Eiffel Tower, and I think Blackpool is the one that bought the Eiffel Tower, and they put that all, and I think that was the very first like mega or meta NFT for OVR, and you'll be able to combine your lands. And it sounds like that's going to be something that's coming up in the very near future or something. There's a AMA for Blackpool you should watch with the CEO, an interview with him, and it opens up a lot of stuff that they're looking to add to their project. Not a deep dive on OVR, but I suggest you watch that. I'll put a link in the description below. All right, so let's look on. Here we go. These are the candidates. I got 3 in, and I'm doing some tests and stuff like that. But this one will always have Paris. It's not going to get approved. Say Anything and Paris in Love, maybe. And I'll show you why I kind of hope they don't, because maybe I can come up with something better. But I'm also looking for a little bit of help. So if I'm going along and, you got a suggestion, put it in the comments below, because there's a little bit of discrepancy between what you create in your VR experience and what actually shows up on your OVRLands. And I'm trying to figure out why and what actually works and what I'm doing wrong, but I haven't quite got it yet. So here, we have quite a few entries. It looks like 3 pages of them. But it's mostly virtual stuff. And I thought, I like those Mary Poppins drawings that Bert did, where you jump in and you were punting on the Thames and A Day at the Circus and stuff like that. As a kid, they always entertained me, the idea of jumping into a chalk drawing. So I was like, that'd be a fun little way to break the mold on this project. So what I came up with is like some Paris scenes, and I'll show you my first one. And my original idea was to draw 360 degrees in Sketchfab, but the files don't allow for it. I always kept reaching file limit. So then I decided I would make segments and try to put all these different segments together in OVR, their SDK, and see if I could create a 360 degree drawing there. So far I haven't been successful, so you'll see they kind of all are a bunch of segments, and they should fit together. Not all, but most. So like this one, it was a little bit more of a city scene. And I think the last couple of days, maybe the OVR networks had some issues. I saw on their Twitter they posted they were having a little bit of trouble, but I'm not sure. I've had a lot of issues trying to get stuff downloaded, where sometimes you just take the same file and just keep dragging it 3 or 4 times, and eventually it'll come up, not changing anything. But what I did is I took out all these buildings and left just the lamppost to see if maybe the file size was too big, or to change something. But this is the Tilt Brush drawing that I've exported into Sketchfab. So you can export into Sketchfab and try and go that route, or I think it's upload, right? So let's go look at their saving a file. So you can upload your file, videos. You can do all sorts of stuff. This is the Til Brush Help page. I'll put the link in the description below as well. How to save your sketch, sharing your Til Brush sketches. Right here. So upload will take you to Poly and Sketchfab. You'll need an account. You have to sign in and stuff. But you can just upload your stuff straight into Sketchfab I use an Oculus 2 or whatever, and then you have to exit out of Til Brush, and then it'll show up in your browser. But you can also, instead of exporting, instead of uploading, you go to export right here. Export your sketch file to FBX. And actually, it's not an FBX when it exports, because mine, I think, have been GLB. But maybe, I don't know if there's a difference. And I'll show you some of the files here in a second. See? So here's what the files come out. When you export them, you can then plug your Oculus or whatever your VR device is into your computer, and then these are the untitled files that so watch the number, say untitled 30 or 20 or whatever number your file that you saved, whatever you saved last. So you should save it first. That'll give you the number, and then that's what you're going to want to export. Here's how to do it, Sketch. And then you get this double folder. Yeah, see, it's a GLB file when I export, not, but I don't know if, like I said, I'm learning. So comment below if you got some advice on this. So when I do that, I'm going to show you the video quality difference, okay? So we're going to show you the first one. This is the experience I'm trying to present on my OVRLand. I know how to download the music and everything else. This is in Sketchfab, but this is what I want it to be. I want you to be able to walk around in it, look around, because every different area gives you a different perspective in the drawing, right? Okay. So now this is what it looks like after I had to clean it up and took out the buildings and just the light post on an OVRLand published in the OVR app. You can see it loses a lot of the color and definition. It kept a lot of the black, which was good. So that helped keep some of the under definition in the shadows and stuff. And you can see the street lamp looks really good color and everything else. But everything else, it lost a lot of its color. And all I'm doing is taking this file, maybe it's FPS, but whatever is exported out of my Oculus, this is the file that comes out exactly right here. And then I just drag and drop this directly into my new project on my scene editor. And then I come up with this. Right? Now you can see it's lost its value a little bit, right? But it doesn't look too bad when you do it on the 3D rendering in the SDK. And I've tried going back and updating the files and changing some of the colors, but it's hard to keep redrawing your drawings to make them match in here. You know, I'm not sure where I'm going wrong. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. So again, I'd much appreciate any help. All right, so some of the others that we'll look at, I have a couple other videos. So I've done it 3 times. So here's one right here. This is what I want it to look like. This is what it looks like in Sketchfab. This is how it is when I draw it in Til Brush. Because, you know, the theme of the AR Awards was love, and to me that's, you know, impressionistic art drawings for your girlfriend or your wife or your special one or whatever. You know, and say anything, dude. Like classic romance movie right there, so why not throw a little fun in on it, right? Alright, so now this is what it looks like when I have it on my OVRLand. I'm not gonna lie, it looks awful. You know, it loses the color and stuff like that, so I'll figure out how to get it. His face looks messed up, the coat doesn't keep the color and everything. So again, just drag and drop to the files. And then the third one that I did, I don't have a first video, but I'll show it to you here in Sketchfab. is this one, right? And they were gonna all kind of piece together in this 360-degree, but it's got the light, and you know, it's. Now I'll show you the video once I uploaded this. Here. Again, I got the audio and all the stuff in there, and I know how to. I have a hard time getting the colors to come over. The people look awful, you know. You can just barely see the sticks that I was starting with, and it loses a lot of the impressionistic texture. So I don't know, but I will keep working on it. Still got 2 weeks till the competition is over. So again, here's the Til Brush Help if you want to try and get your stuff over and see, maybe you guys have better luck. I'd love to see what you come up with. So some of the ideas that I came up with were taking a flat, like a JPEG, and putting it in these 3-dimensional ball. So I did this cityscape of Paris, which is, the file's way too big, but the JPEG's not. So I figured I could do like a first person where you stand here, and then you could look around in like a distorted, it's really kind of cool from the center. But I haven't been able to get any of these to publish. I don't know if they're too big. It says, I think file 500 or network error every time I do it. So I'm not sure if that's still OVR having issues or something that I'm doing. And I tried that, excuse me, with 3 different ones, and I couldn't get any of the 360s to work. I showed you these. And then I'm rendering 2 more right now, or I'm putting 2 in here right now to try and get onto the OVRLands, trying to change different brushes and strokes and stuff. A Casablanca themed one. But you can see the coat. It doesn't look too bad in here, but it's lost. I'll show you the original here in a second. The plane, it lost a lot of its value. The sign, not too bad. And then once we get up here, this isn't bad, but it lost a lot of its texture and color. So when we go, that one is this one. But I want it to try, I know it's not going to be crisp because it's outside and it's got a little bit of translucent transparency because the brush strokes aren't solid. But, you know, that is also part of the charm. You can see the color. I like to have those bright colors come out. And then this side, see how the coat was a little bit darker with highlights and the plane had some highlights. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Hopefully you guys are along the same way. I'll show you the last one that I'm working on. And creating cool stuff, trying to get it on your OVRLands. I'd love to see some of your stuff. Put links in the comments. I'll go check it out. I love that. And I have a Sketchfab. All of this is free. You can download it, play with it, do whatever. I don't care. So I'm doing one, and I tried to see if I could add some artificial depth to this, where it goes down the street. You can see there's a little bit of bridge and like a heart fireworks going on. Tried to have like a side Venice feel, but it feels to me more like Paris in the front and Venice on the side. Anyway, show me your art. I will watch for you guys on the AR award competitions. Best of luck to everyone. Some great stuff in there, and you know, just trying to see how far we can take this. All right, remember, the more you crypto, the more you know. I'm Joe. Thanks for coming in. Like, subscribe, comment if you like or got any value out of this, and as I progress, I'll add some more videos to show you where I'm at. So, all right, cheers.